What is going on, guys? Fabian, welcome to the stream. Haven't seen you in a minute. JP, welcome to the stream. Digital, welcome to the stream. Let's go over what is going to happen tonight. Now, remember, we are only 2 episodes away from our very first Season 4 pay-per-view event, and for the first time ever, we are going to have the Royal Rumble. So tonight, Allison putting her title on the line against Miss Frost. Haven't seen her in a minute. Digital walking out Witcher. So what is going on with that? However, Witcher loses the title and now has a shot at the Universal Championship. You can see lots of titles on the line tonight. The NWO here, we do have a little bit of news on that. And in the main event, Max-Fenig will be facing off against Angel with the world title on the line. So Angel makes a move to the New World Order and immediately gets a title shot on Stampede. So we know that Drew McIntyre won the leadership role of the NWO. But here's what Drew McIntyre has done. Drew just said he wanted to prove that he could do it. He has no interest in being the leader of the New World Order, and has split the New World Order into 3 factions. So there will be one on Stampede led by John Cena.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the European Women's Championship.
So the faction on Stampede will be led by John Cena. The NWO faction that is on Monday Night Raw will be led by Cody Rhodes. And the NWO Horsemen is still led by Robbo, and they will be on Friday Night SmackDown. So the Horsemen, now known as the 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse, will be the only 4-member NWO faction, or fractional fraction of a piece of the fraction that there is in our universe. Now, kind of interesting, we haven't seen Miss Frost in a while, and now Miss Frost getting her shot at the European title tonight against Allison Wagner. I'm going to tell you, if there's some dominant champions and some surprise dominant champions, it's here on Stampede Wrestling, with Max-Fenig holding down the world title on the men's side, and then Allison holding it down on the women's side with the European Championship. Both of them look very, very hard to beat. Fabian, too, in a match tonight. But you can kind of see how it's going, because you look at it, Witcher loses the world title to Tekrin. Tekrin now having her very first run as the women's champion. And Witcher immediately getting a shot, and I think that's kind of what's going to happen with Allison. If she loses the European title, or when she loses it, she will be immediately in line for a world title shot with the kind of run that she has had already with the European title. So quite a big turn of events with the NWO. Drew McIntyre actually winning the leadership role and then passing it back out to the leaders. But it does make you wonder.
Introducing the challenger from the North Pole, Miss Frost. From Huntsville, Alabama, she is the European Women's Champion, Allison Wagner.
But it does kind of make you wonder, what is the bigger picture in the NWO? Who is the overall leader? Is it still Drew McIntyre? Or could it be somebody else? We're going to have to find out. What is going on? Rowdy, welcome to the stream, brother. Now, I have tried everything I could possibly try so far to make the PlayStation 3 work. We were going to stream Red Dead this morning. Did not work out in our favor. So here we are. Allison getting started quick. A lot of unique moves, and you got to wonder. So that series of moves right there is a brand new move type or archetype in this game, and we may see it going forward. Not so much this year, but we may see a lot more of it next year if it works out. It looks to be working pretty well right now, except for the fact, looks like she may have gone to the well one too many times. But you got to wonder, is Miss Frost, is it going to take a little bit to knock the rust off? We have not seen her in the ring in a minute. Misses that right there. And then Allison bounces off those ropes, comes back with a spear, and gets back in control of this match. And this is the thing right here that has made Allison almost unbeatable. She goes at a very fast pace and typically doesn't make mistakes. Makes one there, but look, recovers quick and already back on top of Miss Frost. Kind of, you know, we say doesn't make a lot of mistakes, but another mistake there. Referee almost giving her a chance to get back in the ring unscathed. It does not take that opportunity, but then again turns it around. So slight mistake made, but has the ability to recover very quickly. Couple other big matches going on tonight. We are going to see, for the first time in Season 4, an 8-man tag elimination match. Tornado style. Look at Miss Frost. Can she use this? Does not. Thought she was going to be able to use it. Took a little bit too much time getting up to the top ropes. Allison again recovering and then getting right back to work on Frost. Big knee, and we have seen her win matches on that move alone. And kicks out in 2. Now you thought Allison playing it up to the crowd may have taken it too long. Ends up not taking it too long, maybe playing like a little bit of active possum. Letting Miss Frost not think she sees her, but then gets it reversed around, catches Miss Frost off guard, but Miss Frost fights through and gets back in control. Kind of a back and forth match, but not a lot really. Look at that, one-arm push-ups off the back, just trying to get a few sets in during her championship match. What is going on, JP? Welcome to the stream. I went through the problems of going and getting me some water. And then I didn't bring it in here. You can tell right now Miss Frost taking her time, not being able to get back to her feet very quickly. What is going on? Sentinel, welcome to the stream. And Miss Frost, well aware you can't win the championship on a count out. Throws Allison back in, but Allison jumps back out, which should have reset the count. And it does. I don't know that I'd want to be getting them hammer punches to my forehead. Allison again, hip toss, in control of the match. And for her, it doesn't really matter. She can win or lose on a count out. Title won't change hands. So for the champion, not that big of a deal. But look how fast Allison recovers still. And here we go. Her finishing move now rolls up the leg. 1, 2, 3. And Allison once again retains the Women's European Championship.
Here is your winner, and still European Women's Champion, Allison Wagner.
Pretty normal sight, really, if you think about it. Allison still retaining that title. I don't know, between her and between Max-Fenig, I don't know that anybody is going to be able to take those titles off of them. But this gets kind of interesting now. It's looking more and more like some kind of alliance is starting to be formed between Digital and Witcher. Digital, on the quest to get a world title, has come up a little bit short here lately, but with Witcher in his ear, is that going to be the push that is needed to get him to the world title? And can Witcher, who just lost the Stampede world title, will she be able to become
is scheduled for one fall, and is for the Universal Women's World Championship.
will she be able to bring home her very first Women's Universal title? Now, Digital's going to have to watch out not to get run over when she comes back around. That's close. That was a close one. Now, last week when Witcher ends up losing the title to Tekrin, you could kind of tell she came back, or she came out, and I don't think her head was completely in the game. I thought she figured she had it in the bag, looked a little annoyed that she even had to defend the title, but ends up dominating the match. Tekrin finds a way to win the title, but she looks a lot more focused this week. She looks like she is set and dead set on bringing home this Universal World Championship. So very interesting. Looks like Miss Nightmare wins the Universal title, changes up her entrance attire away from how the other members of Legacy come out. Kind of the same, kind of different. But now making her way down to the ring. And is anybody going to be able to take that title from around her waist that's not named Crimson? I would think if somebody had a shot, Witcher would definitely be in that conversation. You got to look, probably Witcher, Ozzy, maybe Cheyenne. You look at a possible like Charlotte Flair, Asuka. So, I mean, there are some. They're definitely a strong women's division, but it is still, at the end of the day, going to be tough to get it off of Miss Nightmare's waist. So, we've talked...
Introducing the challenger from Houston, Texas, The Witch. And her opponent from Neo, Osaka. She is the Universal Women's World Champion, Miss Nightmare.
So we've talked about the different factions now, the different, I wouldn't call them factions, but the different splits in the NWO. You now have a branch of them in Stampede Wrestling. You have a branch in Raw and a branch on SmackDown. We know Cody Rhodes is the leader of the Raw faction. Randy Orton, and look at this right off the bat. Witcher getting after it. We know Randy Orton and Goldberg are in the Raw version of the faction, but there are two members that we don't know. All that we know is there are 5 members. Look at this right off the bat. Witcher pulling out moves that have won her matches in the past. She has wasted no time, not holding back, not keeping them in her back pocket, not waiting to bring them out. She's bringing them all out right now. Miss Nightmare kind of reeling. You got to wonder, though, is Digital going to find a way to get involved in this match? Or is he not? I know one thing, you do not want to see Miss Nightmare coming off the top rope. Witcher swings and misses. Miss Nightmare recovers, and look at that. Miss Nightmare really stays on the power end of most of her moves. Miss Nightmare again blocking Witcher's advance, and remember, title cannot change hands on a count-out. Referee trying to remind Witcher of that, but Miss Witcher has been in enough title matches that she probably knows better than either one of those, the wrestler or the ref. Looked like she tried to block it, but Miss Nightmare just too powerful. And I will bet Witcher probably will not make that mistake again. Now that's the other kind of like deceiving thing about Miss Nightmare. You see, okay, well, she's big and you think she would be slow. She's not the fastest, but she is certainly not slow either. Witcher rolling out of the way, trying to get back into its single leg takedown. And it's kind of funny. You would expect that from the likes of the Steiner brothers possibly, but not Miss Witcher. However, she's got a very technical side to her wrestling repertoire. And picks up Miss Nightmare on top of her shoulders, brings her down, front face smash, and you know what this is? The Witcher's brew. She's got it locked in. She has won many matches and many titles with this move right here. Will Miss Nightmare be able to kick out? Looks like she's starting to, and flips her over. Gets out of it, whips Witcher into the corner, and thought that she might have been going for her own finishing move, but doesn't. Rolls the leg, 2. And Miss Witcher now kicking out in 2 again. Miss Nightmare getting fired up. And this might be her finishing move. Isn't. But still quite a strong move. Miss Witcher, her finishing move can come off of her throwing her opponent into the ropes, and it is called the Bone Crusher. Rolls the leg again. And so far, Digital on the outside of the ring has not really gotten involved in this match. And there it is, the Bone Crusher. This might do it. 1, 2, and somehow Witcher kicks out in 2. But you can tell that is really taking it out of her, trying to get back to her feet. And Miss Nightmare now taking it to another level. You can see the frustration in Miss Nightmare. Is she going to make a mistake? May have made one right there. Another big face crusher, but it is getting harder and harder for Witcher to get back to her feet. And almost a 3 count again. Both of these women tested the limits of the other. Hard to say who's going to come out on top, but look at this. Witch's Brew locked in again. This could be over. And Miss Nightmare taps out. We have a brand new Universal Women's Champion.
Here is your winner, and new, the Universal Women's World Champion, The Witch.
So Witcher loses her title last week and then parlays that into the ultimate gold title belt, the ultimate prize of women's wrestling, the Women's Universal Championship. Congratulations going out to Witcher. Now, in an equally tough match, the brand new tag team of Doudrop and Aliyah will be going after the women's tag team titles tonight against Mimi and Phoenix. Doudrop, though, quite the larger wrestler in comparison to all 3 women that are in the ring. So this is not going to be an easy task to retain the titles. I really like the change in the real world that they have done with Doudrop, now known as Piper Niven. Outfit almost looks the same, but it's just different. I think her character is a lot more interesting now. So where the size isn't in the height, walking down to the ring, you can't tell, but once she gets in the ring and you start locking it up, you can definitely tell one of the most powerful women in wrestling. So it's kind of, the interesting part is then you take Aliyah, a much smaller wrestler, much faster, relies on her speed, and you put that speed with the power. Could really be something. And then you got your women's tag team champions, the Thrill Seekers, Mimi and Phoenix, making their way down to the ring. You know, both very successful in singles titles, but weren't doing so hot in tag team in the beginning. So they kind of split up, went their own way, had a lot of success, come back together, and then end up winning the tag championships. So for the women's division, that's like 6 in one, half a dozen in the other. It's good that they're in the tag titles or tag division, but it's not good for the tag division.
And is for the Stampede Women's Tag Team Championship. Introducing the challengers, Aliyah and Doudrop, the Social Outcasts. And their opponents, they are the Stampede Women's Tag Team Champions, the Thrill Seekers.
So not an elimination match. One fall will get it done. One pin or one submission. Can't win it on a count out. Looks like, looks like Aliyah is going to start the match off against Phoenix. Not a bad way to go. And like I said, you can't really tell, but you will once Doudrop starts locking it up with these other competitors. Phoenix didn't have the best week last week. Mimi really almost pulled it out. But kind of interesting there. Phoenix throwing up the NWO signs. Not sure what that is all about, but maybe something we're going to have to keep an eye on. Phoenix, though, look at this, like getting to work, probably realized it wasn't the best week last week, wants to make sure that that is not how things are going to continue to go. So coming out, getting off to a much faster start, and already a 2 count on Phoenix. And it looks like Aliyah might be trying to get Doudrop in, but look at this. Phoenix catches her before she gets there. Up, down, left, right, BA select start, which is the cheat code to Contra if you're keeping track at home. And now Phoenix. It might be what they're trying to do. It might be Hurt Mimi's strategy. Keep Doudrop out of the match altogether. Keep Aliyah in. And look at that double team move. Well, regardless of what the strategy was, Doudrop now in the match, and I'm telling you, you can see already power behind almost every move Doudrop does. Doudrop taking a second to play it up to the crowd, and you can kind of tell. Little experience, you know, up on the main roster there, knowing when to do that and when not to. Picks a very good time and then lets the crowd know, hey, I'm not just a powerhouse. Yeah, I tried Beyond Tried this morning to stream. I tried everything I could do, and I just could not make it work. I overcame a bunch of obstacles, but there are still a couple that I cannot figure out. Look at that Pele kick right on top of Doudrop. I would have thought that it would have matched up a lot better, maybe against Doudrop, but right now looks like Phoenix is matching up better, and now Aliyah back in the match. Thought Phoenix might not have seen it, but look at this. Sees it, picks her up. Looks like her finishing move. Hits it. The rise from the ashes. Doudrop is down. 1, 2, 3. And maybe she had a bad week last week, but had a phenomenal week this week and retains the women's tag team titles.
Here are your winners, and still Stampede Women's Tag Team Champions, the Thrill Seekers.
Thrill Seekers keeping the tag titles right around their waist. You know, couple shockers, or one shocker tonight already. But not in this match. And now, getting our first glimpse at the Stampede version of the New World Order, along with the Silver and Black Knight, his new look in Season 4, Sentinel, and Paul the Thing. So a couple larger wrestlers in this, couple more medium-sized wrestlers. It'll be interesting to see how this goes. Very, very different contrasting styles of wrestling. This should be a fun match. It's kind of interesting because, you know, it looked like Mimi almost carried him to a win last week.
Is an elimination match. Making his way to the ring from Virginia, weighing in at 308 pounds, the Blueprint, Sam Trowell.
And this is kind of silly. It just dawned on me. I only updated my logo in one arena. It was on Raw because I thought that's what we were doing. So this is still the old, not really my logo, kind of close to it, but not really. I have a very clean logo now. It's in the Raw arena. I'll make sure it's set up for the SmackDown arena, and then after this, I will get it set up for this arena. But yeah, finally got the logo cleaned up, logo in the game. It's kind of funny in the pirate hat, like right here, right at the bottom, it says Totes, T-O-T-E-S. And it's funny, I did leave the one Easter egg that we've had in the game. I corrected all the logos but the actual mat logo. I left the double H's in there.
And his opponents, first representing the Brain Busters, from Area 51, weighing in at 273 pounds, Paul the Thug.
Probably one of the coolest things I would think is when you look at Robert Roode's entrance, the NWO music is playing, but the crowd, because of his motion, is singing Glorious. Same thing with Seth Rollins, where they're like, ba, 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 ba. It's the NWO music playing, but they're singing along to the old theme song, and I got to tell you, I love it.
Representing the NWO from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, weighing in at 235 pounds, the glorious Robert Roode.
What's even more messed up, now that we're streaming through the computer, if I didn't turn off the music, it would be playing right now, and we could all hear it. The problem is, we could do it for a little while, but then I would almost have to go back before we got monetized and delete all the entrances. I just don't want to do it. Figure it's a good practice to be in now. Might as well just do it, you know? And the funnier thing about all of this, every person that I've made NWO, I would have made NWO in real life.
71 pounds, Silver Black Knight.
Not yet, JP. Your match is coming up. Silver and Black Knight making his way back down to the ring. Haven't seen him in a minute, but we are going to see him tonight. All new look, all new action in Season 4. Now, back in Season 3, the Silver and Black Knight was making and building his way to a possible title shot. Will he pick up in Season 4 where he left off in Season 3? What is going on, Witcher? Welcome to the stream. Your match was the second of the evening, and it was a doozy. So, Paul the Thing, Sentinel, Silver and Black Knight, and Bobby Roode. Facing off right now, and look at Sentinel. Sentinel loses the European title And look at this. He is like, buddy. New level. Sentinel's going to be taking it to level 3 the way this is going. Now, this is really our first real shot of seeing what's going to be going down with the New World Order. We have seen the New World Order fighting for their own survival, their own right to exist in the WWE. They won that. We saw them fighting each other to battle for the leadership and what the direction. It wouldn't be as fun if I told you. Oh, but digital told you. Holy Jesus, I told you, Sentinel has taken it to level 3. Everybody else in this match, I think, is level 1 and has already eliminated Paul the Thing, which is no small feat. Bobby Roode, though, trying to get things going again. Silver and Black Knight fighting, but look, if there's going to be 3 people, in a match, you do not want to be the guy in the middle. Seems obvious, but it's just funny how it turns around, because usually the guy in the middle isn't the guy who started in the middle. And for those that don't know this, Fabian Suazo is the Silver and Black Knight. Jaden is JP. Sentinel obviously a Sentinel. Witcher's in the game. Digital is in the game. Bobby Roode is in the WWE. He's not really in the game, but if I brought back the NWO, no joke, it would start out with Bobby Roode as the manager or as the leader. He's got that kind of charisma, and then I would slowly be adding people. Seth Rollins could lead the NWO. John Cena. Cody Rhodes. Then you have others like, I don't think they would be the leader, but like a Randy Orton, Drew McIntyre, Warrior Enforcer types. So it looked like at the start of this match, Sentinel was just going to start running through everybody. However, it has slowed down a little bit, and all 3 of these competitors have now found a way to kind of get things in. Get their shots in and even up the match. But still, Sentinel's still on, at least on level 2. Like, you don't exactly want to, like, team up with the NWO necessarily, right? But if I was Fabian and I was Robert Roode, I'd be finding a way to team up together to take Sentinel out. Sentinel, it just looks like he's pissed off from losing the European title. Look, Robert Roode throws them both in the corner, then tells the crowd, hey, look at me. Sentinel's like, I'm looking. Look, look at this sledgehammer. And every time the Knight starts to make some inroads, he just ends up right in the wrong place to do so. Sentinel and Fabian talking all kinds of smack back and forth. Robert Roode doesn't even know where he's at. Look at this. This might be the time right now to turn things around. But again, right as the Black Knight gets things going, somebody there to thwart his opportunity. Sentinel. Another level with that sledgehammer. Sentinel saying, why not let it fly? That is 5, and I am shocked Bobby Roode even broke that up. But how do you get up from 5 straight sledgehammer shots? That I don't know. That is the Silver Black Knight, one of his finishing moves. Thought he might have been going for the pin, had the opportunity. Instead now going for a chair, but you can see moving quite a bit slower than he was at the start of this match. Bobby now going for the pin, rolls the leg, 1, 2, and Sentinel out in 2. That usually sets up his finishing move, but look at, I think Robert Roode understands one thing. It is not going to go well, mano a mano versus Sentinel. Sentinel picks him up, huge slam, rolls the leg, 1, 2, 3, and now it is down to the Silver and Black Knight and Sentinel. Sentinel so far eliminating both competitors in this match, catching the Black Knight right and dirty, picks him up. This move would put most people out. Apparently doesn't want to hit him with the steps he got, so picked up a different set. That's what it's all about. Brands fighting the brands. Oh, look at this. Now he just won on this move. Slides through 2. And somehow the Black Knight kicks out. Thought that was going to be it. And it looks like Sentinel did too. Remember, again, Sentinel has put out both competitors that were eliminated. Rolls up the leg one more time. 2, 3, and Sentinel saying, I want my world title shot. I want my MTV.
Sam Trowell.
Wanting his MTV indeed. Sentinel probably making his way to the short list of who's on the next world title shot. Speaking of the title that he lost, Dave ends up winning the European title and now will put it on the line against Drew McIntyre, Rob Van Dam, and Father Time, who we've also not seen in quite some time. But it looks like we're going to start seeing more and more of him and possibly his tag team partner, Jace, as these weeks continue. It's going to be interesting to see who ends up in the 30-man Royal Rumble. New World Order. Yep, music going off. Drew McIntyre making his way down to the ring, I think at some point.
The following contest is an elimination match and is for the European Championship. Introducing the challenger, representing the NWO from Ayr, Scotland, weighing in at 254 pounds, the Scottish Warrior, Drew McIntyre.
But I think at some point, Drew McIntyre will probably go after the Silver and Black Knight. If you notice, they have very similar entrances. Maybe there's a battle. Who can come out and put the sword in the ground and who cannot?
And introducing the challenger, representing the Ascension from another time, weighing in at 222 pounds, the living legend, Daddy T.
Daddy T, Father Time, face scan actually modeled after Bryan Danielson. But I think it's perfect. And from now on, that'll probably be how it goes. You look back, Father Time, one of the original pyro jobs I did, couldn't get enough of when he did this. And then brought it into here. I was like, oh. You know, pyro's got to go off when that happens.
And introducing the challenger from Battle Creek, Michigan, weighing in at 235 pounds, Rob Van Dam.
RVD making his way down to the ring. One of the greatest innovators in wrestling. Came up with all kinds of different moves. You know, really, you look at the luchadors, that's one thing. But then you look at Rob Van Dam and you look at Chris Jericho. Those two came up with so many different unique styles and ways to wrestle. At the time, I don't think we all realized it. You realize it with RVD, right? But you didn't probably realize it so much with Chris Jericho. But looking back and watching his old matches, I'm like, damn. I wish I would have realized it then and enjoyed it more.
And introducing the champion from Blackpool, England, weighing in at 228 pounds, he is the European champion, Dave.
Dave now making his way down to the ring. Newly crowned European champion. Ends up winning it in a fatal four-way match. And winning it from Sentinel. So, very, very interesting. Yeah, that's kind of how I'd view it too. But immediately, the very next week, puts his title on the line, and not even on a one-on-one match. Right back to a fatal four-way elimination match. And it's not like it's against scrubs. You got Drew McIntyre, who beat every other member of the NWO last week. Rob Van Dam. And Father Time. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing too. It's been a minute. It's funny, there's quite a few of the wrestlers that we made that I haven't seen them in the streams, and so to make this NWO angle work, some of them are no longer wrestlers in our universe mode. Now, they are uploaded, so I can always re-download them, not that big of a deal, but this NWO storyline is a lot bigger, and it just keeps growing. Look at that, Rob Van Dam off the top. Referee got knocked down, not on purpose, but got knocked down. And she is still down now, starting to get back up to her feet. Father Time brings the shovel, but now Dave using it on Father Time and relentlessly using it on Father Time. Old Daddy T finally gets that turned back around. Rob Van Dam taking it to the New World Order. But taking it to the New World Order inside the ring. Looked like Father Time went to swing the shovel. Thought twice about it, but you think long, you think wrong. And Dave getting things turned right back around. Grabs that shovel and looks like he's fixing to get back to work. Drew McIntyre, though, breaks that up. And a big slam. If you look at it and you're in these matches, the first thing you want to do, get the champion out. Ensure there's going to be a new champion. That gives you a better shot at it. Drew McIntyre now picks him up. Oh, I knew what you're talking about, JP. I was going to say, I'm pretty sure that's going. Father Time has been hit many, many times by that shovel. Didn't know how much he had left in him. Dave, though. So RVD has kind of, had control of Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre has kind of had control of Dave, and then Dave has had control of RVD. So quite the little web they're weaving, but now Dave trying to keep control of all of them and make sure that title belt stays around his waist. They went for a double team on RVD. RVD having none of it, turns that back around and stays in control yet again, using the ring, using the steps as cover, but could not keep it going. I don't think McIntyre expected RVD to get up so quickly. And this is what I mean. Like, you get to this one point, RVD going to swing that stop sign at McIntyre, but Dave kind of steps in the way, takes the brunt of it, and now McIntyre in control of this match. Look at that. Huge throw, almost like he was playing catch with RVD. Throwing RVD over to Dave. Dave didn't throw him back, though. And McIntyre's like, you throw him back next time, we're fine. I was going to say, that is interesting. Nobody has been able to hit Dave with that shovel. RVD finally gets in a couple shots, but then turns back around. Nice switcher. Now Dave rolling up the leg. 1, 2, 3. And the NWO again thwarted. Not getting a championship belt. Well, at least not getting one yet tonight. Angel is in the main event against Max-Fenig, one of the newer members of the NWO, with Max-Fenig putting his world championship title on the line. RVD heading up top. Is this going to be the 5-star frog splash? It is. But doesn't look. Didn't have enough at the time to roll up the leg, so will it be enough? No, Dave kicks out in 2. And RVD can't believe it, but heads up top yet again. Can he hit it again? No, Dave gets out of the way this time. And that might be time. Here we go. Twisted Tango. This might do it. And in Rob Van Dam's night, rolls the leg. 1, 2, 3, and that one mistake cost RVD the European title.
Here is your winner, and still European champion,
Dave takes that 5-star frog splash. Rob Van Dam can't cover him up in time. It gives Dave a little bit of an extra breather to recover. Kicks out in 2. RVD can't believe it. Goes back up to the top. Tries to hit him again. Dave rolls out of the way. Hits him with the Twisted Tango. And retains his title. What a crazy match that is. But that also kind of goes to show you how fast things can happen. How little mistakes can be turned into some big advantages for the other opponent. Now, the leader, the newly named leader of the NWO version in Stampede, will face off against the mighty McWayne.
The following is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Shangri-La, weighing in at 239 pounds, McWayne.
McWayne making his way down to the ring. Got to see him wrestle again last week. Got to tune it up a little bit, but you got to believe this is going to be quite a different match. The leader of the NWO, John Cena, 15-time world champion, and already one-time Stampede world champion, will be facing off against McWayne. This will really kind of go, if McWayne can win this match and prove, hey, I deserve to be in some of these title talks.
And his opponent, NWO from West Newbury, Massachusetts, weighing in at 251 pounds, John Cena!
That'll be one of the other nice things, something that we've been asking, I know, for quite a few years. If we're going to have the ability to make factions or stables or whatever, even though it's only 5 people, we should also have the ability to name who the leader of that faction is. What is going on, KV? Welcome to the stream. Oh, Jokey. What is happening, brother? So Drew McIntyre did win and said he did not want to be the leader of the NWO. Instead, split the NWO into 3 different factions, one on every single program that we have, and name new leaders. John Cena is the new leader on the Stampede brand. Cody Rhodes, the new leader on the Raw brand, and then Robbo, the head of the Horsemen, who are now known as the 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse, is the leader on that brand. There is one. I know that, Jaden. There is one. John Cena throws McWayne into the referee and then immediately uses that and gets McWayne down. But I don't think he was planning on McWayne getting up that fast. McWayne already back up and getting into it. And if you really want to beat John Cena, that's how you're going to have to do it. You're going to have to maintain control of the match, maintain the pacing of the match, and not let John Cena get rolling. John Cena can beat you in 3 moves. He has proven it before. He has done it here quite a few times. So you want to make sure that, if anything, he is not getting on a roll. Like that. John Cena now going, rolling up the leg. Yeah, Drew said he didn't want to be a part of that, wants to be more like the enforcer type. Did not want the responsibility of being the leader, but wanted to prove that he could beat them all. And he did prove that. So we've got on the Stampede brand John Cena, Seth Rollins, Bobby Roode, Angel, it'll come to me. On the Raw brand, we have got Cody Rhodes, that we know of, is the leader, Goldberg, and Randy Orton. Now we know there's 5 on the Raw brand. We just don't know who the other 2 are quite yet. What is going on, Eagle? Welcome to the stream, brother. Hey, Jokey. Thanks for the sub, brother. Appreciate that. Means a lot. Look at that, McWayne going, jumping through the ropes and keeping the offense rolling on John. And again, this is the thing we talked about. Like, you're not going to be able to just hold John Cena off by letting him control the match. There are some wrestlers and some ways to do it that, yeah, you can do that. John Cena is not one of those. McWayne taking just a second too long to get back in the ring. Cena back to his feet. But look at this. Smart move by McWayne. Rolls out of the ring. Cena follows, but a little too slow. And now McWayne right back in the action. Right back in control. And even though he's got him in a crossface, Cena cannot tap out anyway. It wouldn't count. Some interesting stories, some really good title matches, you know. That is very true, but here we go. Sit down sausage right on John Cena. 1, 2, and John Cena kicks out of the sit down sausage. McWayne is like, what is going on? Now takes it up to the top rope. He wants to fly like an eagle to the sea. Goes for the double axe handle. John Cena catches him right and dirty, though. And look at this. McWayne right back in it every time John Cena thinks he's got it. McWayne recovers yet again and starts taking it to Cena. McWayne now kind of becoming the favorite to win this match, even though it is John Cena. Might have hesitated going up to the top rope, and too long, misses the leg drop. Cena now back in control, and that is exactly what you don't want to happen. The sausage definitely needs more cooking. Look at this. Cena setting up. This might be it. No, McWayne fighting through it, but you have to believe if he could have got that in. Here we go. Sit down sausage. That is 2 for the price of 1. 1, 2, 3, and McWayne comes up with a huge upset to the new leader of the Stampede faction of the New World Order.
Here is your winner, McWayne.
Holy cow. You remember last season, McWayne off to a very slow start. Took a while to find the matches that he really excelled in, and now already in this season had a strong showing last week and now beating John Cena this week. What does the future hold for McWayne? That should be interesting. As you can see now, 6-man match coming up. JP putting his light heavyweight title on the line as we get down to our final 3 matches of the evening. Very interesting, though. Like, you look, Seth Rollins beat JP in a different style match. They went one-on-one. JP beat him, took the title. Ed still has not invoked his rematch clause. That could be coming up. I think Ed's waiting to see who is, in fact, in the 30-man Royal Rumble before invoking that one. LA Knight, though, didn't think he was going to be a light heavyweight, but in fact he is, so he will also be in this match. So New World Order music playing, crowd singing the O-O-O-O.
Elimination match. And is for the Triple Crown Light Heavyweight Championship. Introducing the challenger, representing the NWO from Davenport, Iowa, weighing in at 217 pounds, Seth freaking Rollins.
So Seth Rollins getting his shot to bring back the light heavyweight championship to the New World Order. LA Knight getting a shot. Dragonuv, the greatest light heavyweight champion we have had, defended the title 6 times. Won and defended 6 times. So that should be interesting.
And from Hagerstown, Maryland, weighing in at 230 pounds, LA Knight.
Yeah. So LA Knight, this could be something that kind of sparks LA Knight, gets him started going down the right direction. Gets a spotlight put on him, and maybe something that starts boosting his career. Now, guys, while we got a minute, if you don't know what we do on the channel, we make the wrestlers, we make all the arenas, we make all the title belts, we write the storylines, we let the wrestler or the computer control the wrestlers. I turn off the commentary and then I commentate. Probably nothing like it. I haven't seen anything quite like this because everything we do live.
American Alpha from Mount Olympus, weighing in at 237 pounds, Cimba.
So we do it live, no rehearsals. When I see it, I say it, I commentate it. No rehearsals, no do-overs, no take-backsies. I do it live as you watch it, and if that is something that interests you, if you're having a good time, drop a like on the video, subscribe if you're new, turn on the bell notification so you don't miss any time we go live, and share the video. That's not even for me. Don't share it for me. Share it for you. For all the people out there that said, you aren't a good share. You send the video to them and you say you were wrong. I am sharing the video right now. This is Totes McGoats, and you're welcome. They'll thank you for it. Not at first, I don't think, but they will eventually. You have to make sure they watch it. Then they'll say thank you. Anyway, have not seen Cimba in quite some time. But seeing him here tonight and not in tag team action, so singles action, Cimba, another one of our great light heavyweight champions, getting another shot at the title belt tonight. This is my second favorite title belt.
And from Salt Lake City, Utah, weighing in at 177 pounds, he is the Triple Crown Light Heavyweight Champion, Jaden the Wick Palmer.
And that is a very good point, Eagle. All the buttons are free throughout the entire month and month of July as our 4th of July special continues. JP, current champion, making his way down to the ring. In his very first match, came very close to winning the title. However, in his second match, he did win the title and now defends it against 5 other competitors in our very first 6-man elimination match of the season. Wait, what? I have never seen it do this. The champ typically comes out last, but here comes Austin Theory putting his name in the hat to make a bid.
From Atlanta, Georgia, weighing in at 220 pounds, Austin Theory.
Making a bid to become and win his very first light heavyweight championship. So only a few titles named Triple Crown titles. 1, the hardcore title. 2, the light heavyweight title. And 3, the television title. The women have 1, which is the Triple Crown the Triple Crown television championship. They used to have all of them, but not enough women in those categories, so we had to suspend a few of the titles to make it make sense.
And from the edge of reality, weighing in at 232 pounds, the Dragon King Slater.
Dragonuv now making his way down to the ring. We talked about this before. You have Cimba in the match. You've got Dragonuv in the match. Great light heavyweight champions. You have a former champion in Seth Rollins. You have Austin Theory going for his very first light heavyweight title. LA Knight going for his first light heavyweight championship. And then the current champion, JP, who is a very tough competitor. So this could end up being one of the greatest matches of the evening, maybe even the year. We'll just have to wait and see what happens. You know, I get a little bit excited when Dragonuv comes down to the ring because you know one thing is coming. Whether you like it or not, whether you know it or not, here it comes. The Dragon Shimmy. Here he goes. He hit you with it right now. Yep, there it is. Little Dragon Shimmy. I know you're doing it at home. You're not fooling me. So now that all the competitors have made their way down to the ring, it is time to see who wins this 6-man elimination match. You could say like right away it was going to go a certain way, but now Dragonuv and Seth Rollins, the only two left in the ring. JP Cimba going at it on the outside. LA Knight drops Austin Theory on his head. And this is one of those times when I'm announcing if we're talking about one thing, you might want to watch action somewhere else. Listen to what's happening with Cimba and JP, but maybe you're watching something else. Like Seth and Dragonuv. Took the referee too long to get into place, but still very early in the match. Seth now getting control of Dragonuv, and Austin Theory trying to get control over LA Knight. Cimba looked like he saw it coming, and oh man, thought JP was going to land that. Came flying off that top rope, missed. But luckily, nobody was really paying attention, giving JP enough time to recoup. LA Knight playing it up to the crowd. JP putting Austin Theory in a submission hold. Very shocked that the dogs didn't start barking quite yet, but now they're going to. So Cimba taking it, headshot, and here's the funny thing. While the title should be on the line, the referee did not show the title, and JP didn't come out last, and so that makes me think maybe something happened. Maybe the match got changed, and the title is not on the line right now. Maybe this is just a match to see who wins, and maybe then they get their title shot. Inside, Dragonuv, Seth Rollins double team in LA Knight. Right to Seth Rollins' detriment. Dragonuv now on it. Gets a Dragon Slam. Rolls up the leg. Referee coming in. 1, 2, 3. And immediately Seth Rollins is out. You know, you could look back and think maybe because of the number of times Seth Rollins and Digital, or Seth Rollins and JP hooked it up, that maybe that took it out of Seth Rollins. Then Seth Rollins into all those matches going for the championship or going for the leadership role of the NWO. And maybe that had something to do with his early exit tonight. But you got to think that we probably expected a lot more out of Seth Rollins. I almost expected it to come back down to JP and Seth Rollins. My dogs just keep doing the same thing. Which is amazing. Dogs, for the love of God. That would be pretty amazing. So trying to tell what Austin Theory is doing. JP chasing after him now, hitting him with the chair shot. Dragonuv fighting off Cimba and LA Knight at the same time. Cimba, though, back to his feet, misses the kick. Dragonuv hits him and in position again for LA Knight, but can't keep up that kind of pace. JP down on the bottom now, rolls up the leg. 1, 2, 3. And Austin Theory out. So now Seth Rollins out, Austin Theory out. And we are down to a fatal four-way. JP's going to take a break down at the bottom. Look at that move. Every time I see that move from LA Knight, I expect him to throw the pin up, but hasn't so far. Dragonuv, for some reason, letting the bat fly. And Cimba in exactly the wrong spot. LA Knight now has Cimba in a Boston Crab. He kind of sat through to get there, but Cimba fights through it. JP now setting up for his finishing move. Gets Dragonuv. Hits him, rolls up the leg. Looks like his foot is under the rope, but kicks out in 2. Cimba trying to fight through. LA Knight gets the bat, though, and starts swinging it. JP maintaining control inside the ring. Referee inside with JP and Dragonuv. And Cimba finally gets out of the way of that baseball bat, but you got to believe that that bat probably took a lot out of him. So how much more in the tank is Cimba going to have? So then when you get to this point, as a wrestler, you know that gas tank's about to run empty. You got to make a decision to either put the foot on the gas or to slow down the pacing, and there it is. That is LA Knight's finisher. Referee way out of position, but it doesn't even matter. 3 count, and we are down to 3 competitors. JP hits Dragonuv again. That has got to be it for Dragonuv. 2, 3. And now down to the final 2, JP. And again, I don't think the title is on the line. Thought it was, but something may have been changed in the back by the commissioner. LA Knight hits him, and right on that table, 1, 2, 3, and we're about to see if that title belt was on the line or not.
Here is your winner, and new Triple Crown Light Heavyweight Champion,
So the title was on the line. We'll have to make a mental note to ourselves that when it's a 6-way match, maybe they don't introduce the title belt. Maybe that's a thing. But crazy, LA Knight, our brand new Triple Crown Light Heavyweight Champion. Now, guys, we're down to the final 2 matches of the evening. Championship belts on the line. The men's tag title belts on the line. This is going to be a tornado tag team match against 4 teams. All at the same time, elimination style. And then Angel will be challenging for his very first world title against Max-Fenig. But before we do that, we're going to take about a 2-minute break. So go grab some popcorn, get whatever you want to drink, because it's about to be a barn burner, and we'll be back in just a second. So down to the last two matches of the evening. The 8-way tag team match, you're going to see Grunning. I know you're looking at, like, who's this guy right here? That is Cross. His new tag team look with his new tag team partner. Might have to see how that goes, JP. I have an idea. I do have an idea. Yeah, there's a couple games out there that I'm like, they should probably make. Cross with his all-new tag team look. Grunning and Cross, I think this is going to be quite a formidable team. The Empire of Pain. Yeah, and I took out all of them except for the one. I left one misspelling in there, and that is right in the center of the ring. Thought that would be fun to leave in. So remember, tag team titles are on the line tonight. In this match, this is going to be a different thing. We used to see this match quite a bit, but we have not seen it in a minute. But it is happening again right here. The Maniacs. I'm going to tell you what. You're putting Cross and Grunning, SC Jumpman and Milkman in the ring together. That's already pretty crazy. Then you're putting the brand new tag team. The two big monsters together, and then the tag team champions all in the same ring. Like, this is going to be on another level. I like Milkman's new look. I dig it. Oh, they do. Wait till these guys come out. You know, the thing with the last match that I'm shocked about is the champion came out fourth, and then two other people came out after him. Like, that just never happens. So, very weird. Very strange that that happened. Man, I can't wait till you guys see the new logo. I thought it was going to be today. It'll be the next time, though. But remember, we just have what's left in this match. Friday Night SmackDown, and then the Royal Rumble. This is another team. Haven't seen them in a minute. But the Walters brothers getting ready to make their way down to the ring. Wade War Walters. It's just another team. Like all these teams, tough to beat. Yeah. I was gonna say I don't think these two have any forks in their sets. But can you imagine the three teams that are already in the ring, and then you've got to defend your title belts against them? And not just in a normal match where you might be able to sneak a win. This match is very interesting because it's an elimination match. Both members of the team have to be eliminated. So when you get down to the end of the match, you have to be very careful who you're eliminating because you don't want it to end up being a 2-on-1. You know what I mean? What is going on, Jane? Welcome to the stream. I mean, the last two is who I'd want to fight, you know what I mean? So here we go, four-way, two-man team elimination. Both members of a team have got to be eliminated for that team to be out. What is going on, Dragonuv? Welcome to the stream, brother. So remember, Subzero and Glacier are the tag team champions currently. It will be interesting to see kind of how they are squaring off, or how the teams move inside the ring, like how they're maintaining stuff. Or how they're not maintaining things. But you look at Brutus Walters and Wade War Walters, like Grunning, typically, you know, a bigger guy, but does not look big compared to them. Cross, bigger. Milk, but Cross looks very small in comparison. So inside the ring, and this is some of the stuff that's going to happen inside the ring. We've had a pin for quite some time, but there was a submission hold on the outside. There is only one referee, so you getting pinned is one thing, but then it also depends on the timing of that pin. Were you the first one to be pinned or the third? That could save you. Brutus now trying to get back in the ring. Does get back in the ring. Hits Cross. And then giving Cross the old what for, but Cross like, get out of the ring. Not having it. Glacier. Huge Superman punch. One. 2, 3. That is Milkman. Milkman now eliminated. So one of the members of the Maniacs already out. One of the members, one of the champions, eliminates him. Wade now trying to eliminate Glacier. Take it back, not trying to pin Glacier, does pin Glacier. And now half of the championship team is out. Half of the Maniacs out. And it's almost like to the point, even though we're still like pretty early on in this match, it would be kind of a smart move right now if Subzero and SC Jumpman kind of hooked it up, right? They kind of hitched their wagons together to at least eliminate one member of the remaining teams. But Wade not having it, throws Glacier to the outside, and right now trying to make sure that he eliminates both champions to ensure there will be some new champions. Oh, hits Subzero with the stairs, hits Grunning with the stairs. He's just passing out stair shots. Brutus on the other side, like it was going back and forth, back and forth. Finally, Subzero got out of the way. Jump goes down, and then Subzero kind of had it in hand a little bit. Does again, and at least there's somebody inside that ring. So Brutus will stay in the ring and not out. So Grunning now eliminated. That leaves Brutus and Wade as the only remaining full team left. And Cross out in two. Thought that Cross was actually going to fall down on that one and not be able to kick out. SC Jumpman has a submission locked in on Walters, but Walters fights through it. As those three get after it, leaving him Jump and Wade in a one-on-one type competition. Subzero does not let that last for long from the looks of it, and then absolutely ends up in the wrong place between SC Jumpman and Brute. Looked like Wade was just trying to get over to Cross. Subzero trying not to have it. Look at this. SC Jumpman starting to fight the power, starting to maintain control of whatever's going on. Going with that whatever offense. And I wouldn't have saw that coming, but Cross is now pinned and eliminated Wade Ward Walters. Now we're down to a 4-man elimination match one competitor from every team still in the match. Typically don't see that. So one of the things that we know we won't see as far as strategy goes is that coming up, we won't see a match now that is uneven, like the champions going 2-on-1 when it comes down to it, ensuring a win. So this is going to be a fight now all the way to the end. Typically don't see it quite the same way, but now we are. SC Jumpman in the ring and then back out of it as fast as he got into it. Brutus still on the ground. Subzero, though, now doing the poses for the crowd, but maintains control over SC Jumpman. Brute now goes, rolls up, crosses leg. And finally, a team has been completely eliminated, and that is the team of Cross and Grunning. Now we're down to the champs, the Walters brothers, and SC Jumpman. See, that was weird. SC Jumpman letting it fly, not letting those two get after it. I would have just stepped back, but SC Jumpman not having that. Here we go. SC Jumpman now rolling up the leg. 1, 2, 3, and we know that the championship belts are either going to stay in the same place or come home to the Maniacs. Maniacs probably our longest tenured tag team in all of our universe modes. Jump rolls out of the way though, misses that. Subzero steps back, maintains control of the match. You look on the back of SC Jumpman's shirt, it says ESPN 8, the Ocho. For all you dodgeball fans out there. Here we go. Thought SC Jumpman was going to do something, but going up to the top usually means this is going to be a frog splash. It is. Now rolls the leg up. 1, 2, 3, and we have brand new men's tag team world champions.
Here are your winners, and the new Stampede Tag Team Champions, the Maniacs.
Look at this, SC Jumpman taking both the belts up to the top rope. Well, they wouldn't call them the Maniacs for no reason. So now, now becoming better shares, and now both men holding their belts up high. But that brings us to the final event, the main event of the evening, the NWO's Angel, newest member, now getting a shot at the World Championship here on Stampede Wrestling against Max-Fenig. But again, we said this at the top, I don't know who could beat Max, to be fair. Between him and what Allison's been doing, they have been dominating their matches. So if he stays on that kind of a roll, don't know. But will he?
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Stampede Championship.
To be the champ or not to be, that is the question. Angel now decked out in his new NWO garb. Same clothes, just slightly different. Yeah, Angel got on quite a roll in Season 3. Season 4 hasn't quite got it going yet, but we are still very young in this season, and you are right. Angel is actually due for a win. So, will Max be able to hold on to the title? Will the NWO bring it home? But here he comes, your current Stampede World Champion. Like I said, he has been tearing it up. And it seems like once he won the title, he got just a whole new slew of confidence going. Looks like it happened again for Max-Fenig. He woke up again this morning, sexy as hell. It's got to be rough. Poor guy. So here we go, main event of the evening getting ready to happen. Will Max be able to maintain his world heavyweight title?
From San Juan, Puerto Rico, weighing in at 239 pounds, Angel. And his opponent from the wasteland, weighing in at 273 pounds, he is the Stampede Champion, Max-Fenig.
So title belt on the line now. I would think Angel has got to have a game plan when coming out here right now, and that game plan has got to be getting off to a fast start. That is typically what Max does to other opponents, but we've also seen him where they came out, opponent got off to a fast start, Max endured the initial onslaught and then won that match in like two moves. So Angel right there goes to reach out. Max ducks it with a punch, coming right back into his stomach to maintain control of the match. And this is probably the thing Angel did not want to happen. Is Max come out and get off to a start like this? Yeah, so far Max firmly in control. And Angel's got to find a way to turn this around soon. Yeah, if Max doesn't get this go, or not Max, but if Angel doesn't get this going quick, it'll be a fast match. Angel rolls out of the ring, trying to just get his breath. Look at this, Max not wanting him to get any breath. Goes up to that top rope, then thinking the way to Max, dives into him and shoulder blocks him. Drops the leg. And then starts playing it up to the crowd a little bit. Here we go, Angel now finally getting some reversals in there. Gets Max, and remember, on the outside of that ring is the great equalizer. So if he can get things going, if he can use the outside of that ring, I know that looks padded, but look at that metal frame. Would not want to get dropped on that with the little padding or not. And Angel knows you can't win a title if you get counted out, so brings them back into it. And we talked about some other people having some interesting moves. Angel himself has some interesting moves. An innovator of offense, if you will. Angel might prove to be the first one that kind of sits back, endures the initial onslaught of Max, and then wins. Or maybe not. Max now setting up for it. Hits him with it. Maximum overdrive now. Rolls up the leg. 1, 2, 3. And Max again. Just too much. Retains the world title.
Here is your winner, and still Stampede champion, Max-Fenig.
Angel looking like he was going to get things turned around a little bit, but Max said no way. So that is going to do it for us here. Remember, drop a like on the video, subscribe if you're new, turn on the bell notification so you don't miss any time we go live, and share the video. And we will catch all of you in the next one. But the most surprising thing of all of this isn't that Max dropped Angel on a scunion. It was that you thought I wasn't going to say the word scunion. Peace.